Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn with me, Pitmarthroy. Today we're going to tackle Chapter 2, The Dispossessed. If you remember in the last episode, we escaped from Navasa, the Dayan capital, and today we are going to help ourselves to some treasure, because this is actually the next level has the first treasure chests in the game. So they talk about how they may have to sleep outside. Edward doesn't want to. Makai says she doesn't really care. It's fine with her. Laura asks if they're heading to town, and Laura is going to be one of the Dawn Brigade team members after this. Basically, the abbot is ill. He needs medicine, but the Benyang soldiers have locked it up in Lord somebody's manor. I think it's Kiska or something like that. Fire Emblem's always got very weird pronunciation of names. Like I mentioned in Path of Radiance, there's one guy named Jeffrey. It looks like Jeffrey, but they pronounce it Geoffrey. So, they're going to go get the medicine. She says, "Thank you so much, good luck," yet she's technically fighting with us, even though she's not a fighter. No, we're not going to watch the enemy move range. You can check how far, since they mentioned it, you can check how far an enemy can move by highlighting them, by running over them with your cursor, and then hitting A. Anywhere in orange, they will be able to attack. Anywhere that's blue, they'll be able to move towards. These right here are ledges. You can climb up the ledges like this. If they've got that little indentation right there, you can do that. There's two right there. There's one over there on your left, and I'll show where the last one is, because it's actually kind of weird. I didn't know it was there until about 2 playthroughs of this game ago. There's actually one right here. Despite the fact nobody jumps down and attacks you right here, they just stay up there. Very strange indeed. I'm going to turn the battle animation off when I can find it. Okay, we're not going to watch Nolan or Leonardo's. I will watch Edward's and Makai's just because I can. No, we're not watching the staff tutorial. Laura is a healer, so she'll be able to use the staff to aid allies. I think it remembers it. It restores 10 HP, plus the unit's magic. So, it'll restore 18 HP at maximum right now. It will also, if the unit gets attacked and they have a heal staff on, after that your turn starts, they'll get a little bit of health back. So yes, that's the boss right there, if you couldn't already figure that out. You guys are smart enough, you should know who the boss is by now. I already showed you how to tell who it was. What you get for trying to hit Edward. I'm telling you, Edward's great. Once he gets a class change, he becomes almost invincible. For class changes, right now he's a Myrmidon level 8. Whenever a unit gets to level 20 and then they level up again, they'll get a class change, provided they're already not maxed out on class change anyway. But some units do have special times when they class change. For example, Micaiah can't class change until the end of this part. And Sothe won't be able to class change for a very long time. Sothe is actually a... I don't know what they know him as. I think it's a rogue, but he's actually already classed up into the second status he could be right now. So he's pretty overpowered, so I wouldn't try using him a lot, just partially. Now we have terrain level differences. If you have a ranged item, you can attack people on top of ledges or below, but if you attack on top, you're going to have a terrain advantage. And you can tell that guy's hit's only 15, so he's going to miss. So it'll be very easy to take him out. As you can see, that required no effort at all. And we get a chest key, which will open up the chest. You can also use thieves to open up the chests. And we'll get into that in a second. And now Sothe will come in. Who do you think you are? We're the Dawn Brigade. We go where we please. Blah, 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 blah. What does it know Sothe as? Yes, it was a rogue, so yeah. Thieves of surpassing skill who render gathering riches and outmaneuvering enemies. He's got 2 weapons, the card and the bronze dagger. The bronze dagger is just a normal dagger, but the card has a really good chance of criticaling. So I'd probably save the card. So we're going to attack this guy with the bronze dagger. You can also steal from enemies. You can take this guy's Vulnerary if you want. But unless I can reach him with Nolan, I'm probably not going to. And since I can't reach him with Nolan, I'm not going to do that. Here's an example of Micaiah's sacrifice ability. Nolan will get 2 HP, Micaiah will lose 2 HP. For doing this, though, you do get 10 EXP no matter what level you're at. So it actually does help if you just have Micaiah in the back and you're trying to protect her. That works really well in gaining EXP fairly fast. Alrighty. Enemy phase. Player phase. Now don't worry, Micaiah can't accidentally kill herself. It will lower her all the way down to 1 HP, but it can never kill her. You can never kill yourself with sacrifice. Which is fortunate, because if they made you do that, you'd be in big trouble. I don't know if you can control how much HP you give them. I'm going to check that in a second. But for now, let's open up some treasure chests. Here we have the Wind Edge. I'll explain how to trade items in a second. That's a sword with a range. It's kind of like the hand axe. And then we have Thani, which is a light magic spell, and it's very good, so definitely keep that one in mind. That's right, if you press 2, by the way, you'll bring up that menu that you just saw a second ago, and it will have stuff like end turn, so you don't have to make all your units, you don't have to press the button twice and hit wait. Okay, so what did Sothe get? He got Thani, that's right. Okay, just making sure. So to trade items, you walk up next to somebody and you go down to trade, and then you click on theirs, and then you can trade items back and forth. We're going to trade Thani, but we're also going to get a herb for Sothe. He probably won't need it right now, because Sothe is overpowered at this current point in time in the game. But oh well. Leonardo actually starts out with a Draco shield, which increases defense by 2. So if you want to give that to whoever, then that's fine as well. And let's take care of this guy with Micaiah really quickly. Oh, and this guy has an iron axe, so we'll be taking that from him. So, no one will take that, and I'll probably be using the iron axe more than the steel axe, because the steel axe is better, obviously, so it's got less usage, so it will break faster. And that archer's probably gonna... Oh, he didn't. I could have sworn he was gonna move. Okay, we're gonna move Edward right here, and use that Draco shield to increase his defense. Sure, why not? I think he drops a bow. Yeah, he drops the steel bow. Leonardo will probably not be able to wield that yet, since you can't really use him as much. So he hasn't gotten a weapon level up to be able to use that yet. Most likely, unless you've really used him a lot. Which I have not. Okay, good, he missed. Support right there that you saw, if 2 characters with a support bonus are close enough together, they get a slight accuracy power upgrade and sometimes even attack. And Sothe and Micaiah start out this game with an A support relationship, which is the highest it can be. Okay, let's use the Wind Edge, show you guys what it looks like. And this guy's a Javelin, which is the lance form of a ranged weapon. The basic form. I mean, there are stronger versions of the Javelin, the Wind Edge, and the Hand Axe. We're going to use the Iron Axe because we don't want to waste good items. The boss will not move. I think he might on normal mode, but on easy mode, he's not going anywhere, so don't worry about him. I will let you know if the boss moves, because if the boss moves, you're going to have to be a lot more careful. And yeah, I expected that, but he missed, so it didn't matter. Okay, the first thing we're going to want to do, we need to do this carefully. We need to get that treasure chest. That's a very good, it has a very good item inside of it. Okay. Up and level up, that's fine. You can also steal a Vulnerary from this guy. He has an Iron Lance, so he doesn't have ranged attacks. Like, so if I put Edward right here, he can't attack Edward. Hopefully this will hit. Okay, good, it did. Now, if you want to defeat this boss the very, very safe way, you could just use your Hand Axe, your Wind Edge, your Light Magic, and the bow to defeat him. But since we're riding the enemy, that's the only enemy left, we want to get that treasure chest before anything else. This is also a good chance to heal anybody if you want to, or need to. Right now, we're just kind of doing some unnecessary healing. Believe it or not, Laura is actually a really good healer once she classes up. A lot of people don't think that, but she actually is really good. Okay, I know I'm kind of, like, really stalling right here, but that's not what I'm planning on doing. I'm just going to give Leonardo the steel bow, which he can now use because he got that weapon level up. So what we're gonna do here is, because Leonardo still has that chest key, he can get the chest. Actually, no, wait, that wouldn't make any sense. I better not risk it. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna open the chest with Sothe. That will give you an energy drop, which raises attack power. It's very good. We're gonna let Edward and Leonardo take a few HP, a little bit of HP off of this guy's health. Even though we don't need to, because with the attack method that we're going to be using, it won't matter at all. We get another weapon level up for Edward. I'm going to use the iron bow because I don't want to waste the steel bow just yet. Yes, he will attack Sothe, and Sothe will either kill him or just weaken him. And looks like he's just going to weaken him, which is fine with me. I'd rather he just weakened him. If that was the card, mind you, then he definitely would have died. And now, before we defeat him, we're going to take his Vulnerary away from him. And that'll give you a little bit of health. Let's see. Who needs a Vulnerary? Who doesn't have any healing at all? Laura. Alright. So we're going to trade that over. Actually, you know what? Let's trade the herb over to her. She doesn't have that much HP. We're going to go ahead and heal Sothe because we can. Now, to defeat this boss, if you notice right here, you're going to have the help of my handy-dandy hand. Right here, you'll see where it says effect against knights and cavalry, which is horses. That means if you use Thani on this guy right here, it's going to do 31 damage, and it's ridiculous how much damage it will do. So that's an instant kill, but I don't want to waste that. Since he's at low HP right now, we're just going to use light. But if you want to instantly kill him, you can use Thani, and that will be a one-hit kill. And its accuracy is 92, so it's probably not going to miss. I have had somebody with a 93% chance of hitting miss before, but that's really, really rare.